Hello everyone, this is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al, Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. And joining us at ringside, our special commentator, Stratomatic Delaware, and that's Chris from Stratomatic Delaware. Check out his wonderful channel, as he has inspired me to get back to my boxing tournament, as he has Dig Deep Boxing, I believe it's called. I watched his first card, and I'm not going to give anything away, but go check that out. On Stratomatic Delaware with Chris. Dig Deep Boxing, I believe it's called. And he put up a second card that I haven't watched yet, and it's a wonderful, wonderful. His excitement for the game is fabulous, and that's what makes it so much fun to watch, and his enthusiasm for it. Also at ringside, Ron Juckett, representing Retro Sports Network. And check out that wonderful channel. He has a hockey game coming up this Sunday, and what you should do, and what I will do, I catch it on replay because I'm at my sister's usually for lunch. And I come home and I listen to it while I'm setting up. Usually I do a stream every day. So while I'm setting up my stream, I like to listen to Ron's hockey game on Sunday. But what you can do is put it on live. And if I'm around, I will put it on live. And just have he's done by the first half of the football game. So check out Ron Juckett, Retro Sports Network, as we have both fine gentlemen at ringside. So this is bout number 21 of our heavyweight tournament. It could be a boxing weekend, folks. I was thinking about doing a chat with Al tonight. I might do a lot of boxing. I still might do a chat with Al. I don't know. A couple of guests we were working on. Looks like we might have them on next week. So we'll go from there. So this is bout number 21 between Floyd Patterson and Lyle. 15 rounds from Yankee Stadium. The bouts are simulated by Title Bout Championship Boxing, the PC game. The boxers were drawn randomly using a Google number randomizer for all bouts. We will avoid fights that actually took place to the best of our ability. A list of boxers is provided below on the page, and a link to Boxing Rec. So you can check that out if you'd like. In the first round, no boxers actually faced each other in real life. So these are all hypothetical simulations, as all bouts are. These are for fun. We enjoy watching them, and I like calling them. What you will get is a radio call while watching the video results. And let's get to the squared circle. So we have Floyd Patterson, 55-8-1 with 40 knockouts, former heavyweight champion, taking on Lyle, 43-7-1 with 31 knockouts. Let's take a look at Floyd Patterson's boxer card. Floyd Patterson, out of the United States of America, from Brooklyn, New York. He'll stand in at 6 feet tall, 71-inch reach, and he'll weigh in for this bout 199 pounds. Floyd can fight as either a slugger or a boxer. He'll probably box against the slugger, Lyle. Fighting inside, average 2 out of 4. Fighting outside, very good, 4 out of 4. Cover up, average 2 out of 4. Going for the knockout, above average, 3 out of 4. He will clinch on the inside. He was a very big drawing card in the day. Conditioning, excellent. Intellect and proficiency at what he does, 10 out of 10. His chin, not so good. He will get knocked down quite a bit. And he'll get knocked out on a few occasions. Recovery, again, not so good. Resistance to cut, pretty good. Absorbing punishment, not so good. Killer instinct, if he has you hurt, he's got a 7 there. He will go for it. Aggressiveness, 8. Endurance, 10. Defense, very good, -4. So it takes away 4 punches from his opponent. Hitting power, I would say that's below average because that goes 6 out of 13 for hitting power. He works a lot off of his jab. He does have a good leaping left hook, though, and that's what knocked out Ingemar Johansson in the second fight. And Johansson's foot's still twitching to this day. Let's go to his biography real quick. Floyd Patterson won the gold medal in the middleweight division in the 1952 Olympics from Helsinki, Finland. He would take the World Heavyweight Championship from Archie Moore for the vacant title that Rocky Marciano vacated when he retired. And he beat Archie Moore via KO in the 5th on November 30th, 1956. He had 3 thrilling bouts with Ingemar Johansson, losing the first via KO, then coming back twice to KO Ingemar Johansson. Patterson was the first boxer to regain the World Heavyweight title, which he lost to Sonny Liston. He lost to Sonny Liston twice, Muhammad Ali twice. He had a draw and lost to Gerry Quarry. He lost to Ingemar Johansson once, Joey Maxim, and Jimmy Ellis. Some of his notable wins: Yvonne Terrell when he was at light heavyweight, Alvin Williams, Jimmy Slade, Tommy the Hurricane Jackson, Archie Moore, Pete Rademacher, Roy Harris, Brian London, Ingemar Johansson, Tom McNeely, Eddie Macon, George Chavallo, Henry Cooper, and Oscar Bonavena. And now let's go to Ron Lyle's card. Overall, Floyd Patterson is a 10 rating by Title Out Championship Boxing. Ron Lyle, 6'3", he'll weigh in at 212 pounds for this bout, a reach of 76, excuse me. Out of Denver, Colorado. Did a stint in prison for manslaughter. Go to his biography first. Pretty good fighter, Ron Lyle. He had 1 title shot against Muhammad Ali, May 16, 1975. He lost via TKO in 11. Other notable losses: Gerry Quarry, Jimmy Young, Jerry Cooney, and George Foreman in a brawl. Some good wins for Ron Lyle. Scott Ledoux, though that was disputed. Stan Ward, Joe Bugner, Kevin Isaac, Ernie Shavers, Jimmy Ellis, Oscar Bonavena, Larry Middleton, Jurgen Blinn, Boone Kirkman, Buster Mathis, Vincent Rendon, and Bill Drover. Lyle is a slugger. He'll foul on occasion. He's 2 out of 4 for fighting inside or outside and covering up, an average fighter. Going for the knockout, that's what Ron Lyle likes to do. He likes to throw those big punches. 4 out of 4. He will clinch on the inside. Wasn't that big of a draw, but was a good action fighter. Intellect, he can get distracted. 6 out of 10. When he's on the ball, he's very good at what he does. Proficiency, 10 out of 10. Control versus a boxer is a 9 versus a slugger's a 10. That's why I think Patterson will box. He, too, Ron Lyle, will go down and can get knocked out. Killer instincts an 8, aggressiveness an 8, endurance is a 7. That's where he's going to have an issue with his endurance. Defense, well, you can hit him a bit. He's a +2, so that's 2 punches added to his opponent. Punching power, slightly better than Patterson, as Patterson was a 6, and Lyle is an 8. Lyle likes to throw big punches. Overall rating is an 8. And let's get back to ringside. In Floyd Patterson's corner is Customato, the trainer, cutman Al Braverman. Ron Lyle's corner, trainer and cutman Chicky Ferreira. The fight is at Yankee Stadium, scheduled for 15 rounds of boxing. The announcer is Michael Buffer. The referee, Randy Newman, former heavyweight contender. The judges from England, Mickey Vann; from the United States of America, Larry Hazard; and from Puerto Rico, Tony Perez. 3 judges will score. It's a 10-point must system. 3 knockdown rule is in effect, and a mandatory 8 count. Both fighters agreed to you can never be saved by the bell, and the referee or doctor can stop the fight. Also joining us here at ringside, Phanomatic, the original Grognard. Hope all is well with your wife. Check out that wonderful military strategy channel. Clinton Parks. Check out that baseball retro replay channel, Clinton Parks. So a bunch of fine gentlemen in the chat, so feel free to jump in and chat with them. Analysis. As I stated, Patterson can fight as either a boxer or a slugger. Control factor of an 11 versus a boxer and a 9 versus a slugger. So he'll be at a disadvantage as he has trouble with big punchers. Lyle is a pure slugger, brute force. Control factor versus a 9 versus a boxer and a 10 versus a slugger. So I expect Patterson to try to box. I will not have any effect on the strategy for either fighters. I am just calling the bout. Lyle will have an edge in punching power, 61% to 46%. Endurance, all Floyd Patterson, 100 to 70. Defense, Patterson, 83 to 33. Hand speed, Patterson with very good hand speed, 87% against 66%. And tactical skills, 64% for Patterson, 57% for Ron Lyle. Tactical skills is how well a pugilist listens to his corner on executing the game plan that is being conveyed to him in the corner and that they train for. So the big advantage for Ron Lyle is punching power. He's got to land that big punch and try to drop Floyd Patterson. Let's get to the fight. And we're at Yankee Stadium. Both fighters are in the ring. They get their final instructions from Randy Newman. He asks to the Patterson's corner, any questions from the Chief Seconds? They say no. He turns to the Ron Lyle corner. Any questions from the Chief Seconds? They say no. Fighters touch gloves. They do. Randy Newman says, God bless. They go to their corners and they wait the bell for the start of round 1. And there's the bell. Patterson and Lyle off their stools quickly. Patterson trying to throw that jab. Keep distance. They tie up. Patterson pushes Lyle away. Lyle pawing with the jab. Now Lyle lands a huge left hook. Patterson is wobbled. Patterson comes back with a 1-2. Lyle stalking. Again lands hard to the head and body. Patterson backing up, trying to get distance. Lyle missed with that left hook. Patterson leaps back in with a 2-punch combination. Back and forth they go, standing toe-to-toe. It's a slugfest in the center of the ring. Both men banging shots off each other's heads. And now they tie up. Newman breaks them under 20 seconds to go in a very hotly contested even round. Lyle lands at the bell. What a round of boxing here at Yankee Stadium. It was fast and furious. Patterson tried to stay on the outside. Well, that plan went to poop once Ron Lyle landed that huge left hook. And he staggered Floyd Patterson. And then it was on, folks. Patterson trying to work behind the jab, but then he just stood and trade, and Lyle loved it. I give the slight edge to Ron Lyle. So I give that a 10-9 round. Lyle. It was close, but Lyle landed the bigger punches and landed at the end. Let's check the unofficial scorecard, for Title Bout Championship Boxing, and that's Dan Koss. And Koss also gives it to Ron Lyle 10-9. Let's go to Floyd Patterson's corner. Cus D'Amato is quite concerned, as his fighter's already been tagged. Again, not the best beard on Patterson. And Patterson is fighting as a boxer, you can see. Nothing to report out of the Patterson corner. D'Amato telling him to use the jab, stay on the outside, counter. Let's take Lyle into deep water. We know he has stamina issues. Now let's quickly go to the Ron Lyle corner and Chicky Ferreira, who is the trainer and cut man. Ferreira's telling Lyle, let your hands go, bang them every time you get a chance. In the clinch, rough them up. You're bigger and stronger. He gives him a sip of water. Lyle spits it out. Punch stat numbers as we await the bell for round number 2. And it was fast and furious, folks. Both fighters threw plenty of punches. 24 punches landed for Floyd Patterson, 22 punches landed for Lyle. It was the hooks that got there for Lyle, along with the uppercut. A lot of power punching. You can see hooks, crosses, combinations, and uppercuts for Lyle. Patterson tried to work behind the jab, then stood toe-to-toe, and that could be a big downfall. That's what Lyle wants. We await the bell for round number 2, and here it is. Round 2, Yankee Stadium, scheduled for 15. Again, center of the ring, quickly. Both fighters. Patterson playing with the jab. A 1-2 combination misses. And Patterson counters. And Patterson counters again as he rat-a-tats Lyle's head. Lyle comes back with a 1-2. Patterson easily brushes them away. And again, Patterson counters and moves away as he's staying on the outside, boxing beautifully, using that educated jab of his. Lyle stalking. Lyle lands a huge left hook, now digs 2 to the body. Patterson ties up. He's a bit stunned. Under a minute to go here in round 2, Yankee Stadium. Lyle looking to load up and bang away. Patterson trying to keep distance, pawing with the jab, looking for the counter right hand. Lyle misses with a big left hook, and he's countered with a 1-2, and there's the bell. A good round for Floyd Patterson, though he was stunned. I give that round to Patterson, 10-9. He was able to do what he wanted. He stayed on the outside. He fought offensively behind the jab. Lyle, initially looking to counter, once he got hit, decided he was going to stalk his prey and try to knock him out. Patterson, the more effective of the 2 fighters in round 2. I give it 10-9, Floyd Patterson. Let's go to the unofficial scorecard, Title Championship Boxing. And Dan Koss gives it 10-9 to Patterson. We are in step, as after 2 rounds, we both see it 19 apiece. 1 round each. Quickly go to the chat. And Stramac says, "Come on, Floyd, you can dance with this bum." And Stratomatic says, "Cover up, Floyd." Ron from Retrospect Sports Network. Better for Floyd. Yes, this was a better round. So let's go to the corners quickly. Customato in the Floyd Patterson corner. Al Braverman, some slight end swell work around Patterson's eyes, gives him a sip of water as D'Amato's whispering something into Patterson's ear. We can't really get a good grasp of what he's saying, but he's probably telling him, stay away, use the jab, counter. Much better round, Floyd. Now to the Ron Lyle corner. Pretty much, Chicky Ferrer just says, keep banging away. Rough him up, bang away, let your hands go. Lyle's big hope is to land that big punch. Stun Floyd, who has gone down and been knocked out. The same with Lyle. Anything can happen in this bout. A lot of late money that we heard from Las Vegas that went on Ron Lyle. Punch stat numbers before we start round number 3. Patterson landed 24 punches, and Lyle, you could see, was very ineffective. He only landed 5. He did land 1 thudding combination, but Patterson was able to tie up, regain his senses, and go back to peck and destroy with that jab. Patterson used the jab, the hooks. He pretty much used everything in his arsenal. And he kept Ron Lyle off balance by being first. We prepare for round number 3 from Yankee Stadium, scheduled for 15. This is bout number 21 in our heavyweight tournament. And here's the bell for round number 3. Quickly off the stool as Patterson establishes control in the center of the ring and lands a quick 1-2-3 on Lyle's head, snapping it back like Muhammad Ali did. And Lyle digs 2 low blows to the body. He is worn. Now he comes to a hook to the head. Patterson ties up. He's a bit phased by those low blows. Lyle, again, looking to load up. He missed with that big left hook. Patterson comes back with a 1-2. And Patterson goes down. A counter right hand drops Floyd Patterson. Newman reaches the count at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, Patterson's up. He takes the mandatory 8 count. Newman wipes off his glove. Lyle looking to end it here. Lands a left to the head or right to the body. Back with a left to the head. Under 45 seconds. Lyle Smith misses with a go-home right 30 seconds ago. Big left hook missed by Ron Lyle. Another left hook missed by Lyle. Patterson trying to survive, ducking, dipping, diving, and at the bell, Lyle lands a thudding right hand, buckling Patterson's knees. D'Amato and Braverman come out to get their fighter and bring him back to the stool. A huge, huge round for Lyle. All started with those low blows. Those low blows seemed to take it out of Patterson. And then Lyle just opened up, raining fire and fury on Floyd Patterson, dropping him with a huge right hand. And at the bell, he caught him with that same right hand that buckled his knees. We'll quickly go. That's a 10-8 round. Lyle wins the round, plus gets an extra point for the knockdown. And Patterson just beat the count. And he doesn't look too clear of eyes in his corner. As we go to D'Amato and Braverman. Braverman really trying to revive him. D'Amato pours some ice down the shorts. And he's saying, come on, Floyd, come on. Let's see how Floyd's going to fight this round. I would assume they'd want him to stay away and box. Will he have the legs to box? Those two low blows. No points were taken away. I don't think Newman saw the first one as he was sort of on the opposite side, but he did see the second one and gave a slight warning to Lyle to keep it up. Not a firm warning, a slight warning. We quickly go to the Lyle corner, and Chicky Ferreira's ecstatic. He says, keep it up, Ronnie, keep it up. Rough him up, mug him. Be first, be first. That's the whole thing. Lyle has to let his hands go. If he doesn't, and Patterson's first, with his tremendous hand speed, he will rat-a-tat Lyle's head like a piñata a la Muhammad Ali. Lyle did give Ali trouble at times, but Ali would TKO him in 11. We prepare for round number 4, and let's go to these punch stat numbers, and they're going to be hellacious for Lyle, I believe. Lyle landed 26 punches. He worked off his jab, which is a hard jab, and then the hooks were murderous. And he landed 3 crosses. One of them dropped Patterson for nearly a 10 count, and then caught him at the end of the round. Patterson only landed 12, nothing of any real significance when it comes to power. So we come to a pivotal round 4. Can Lyle maintain his momentum and stop? Floyd Patterson. Round 4. Here's the bell. Lyle quickly off his stool, pressing Patterson. Patterson trying to back up, lands a 1-2. Patterson trying to keep distance, dipping and diving, staying low. That high guard, but that left hook gets through. Patterson staggered again. Lyle misses with the right hand, but counters with another left hook. Patterson's knees buckle. Under 2 minutes to go. Lyle misses with another hellacious left hook and a right hand. Patterson, when that peekaboo defensive style's trying to stay low. Big right hand missed, and Patterson comes up with the left hand and nails Lyle. It's a back and forth round, and Lyle, a 1-2, the big right cross, buckles Patterson, under a minute to go. Lyle again a 1-2, Lyle trying to pour it on. Patterson is hurt. Patterson gets nailed with another left cross, under 40 seconds to go here in round 4. Lyle missed with a big right hand, another right hand. There, an exchange, Lyle gets the better of it. Patterson's on clear street, he eats another right hand. Newman's looking on, and there's the bell. A huge round for Lyle. A huge round. At the end of that round, Patterson was covering up. He was in bad shape, as he must be having nightmares of Sonny Liston all over again. Liston KO'd Patterson twice in one round. When he won the title, and then when he defended the title, Liston's only successful title defense. So a huge round for Floyd Patterson, and a lot of concern, to say the least. And he has swelling on that right eye at 26%, and Al Braverman is working quite hard on it with the end swell. D'Amato imploring his fighter to stay on the outside and use the jab. But I don't know if Patterson has those legs, as Lyle was able to maintain that pressure that he was able to start in round 3 after those 2 low blows. It's a dirty tactic, but a cute tactic if you can get away with it. And he sure got away with it. Let's quickly go to the Ron Lyle corner, and Chicky Ferreira is ecstatic. He goes, keep up the mugging, we'll go home in 2 more rounds. As he gives his pugilist a swig of water, Lyle swishes it around in his mouth and spits it in the bucket. Let's go to the unofficial scorecard. That could have been, as Stratomatic Delaware says, that's a borderline 10-8 round. And Stratomatic Delaware gives it 10-9, and I'll have to agree with him. I was close to giving it a 10-8, but I'm going to give it a 10-9. That is a very excellent point by Chris from Stratomatic Delaware. Very borderline. You could give it 10-8. You could. I'm not going to. If he had got to 30 points accumulated, I might have. But very close. I could see it. Let's go to Don Koss, the unofficial score for Title Bout Championship Boxing. He gives it 10-9 also for Lyle. So after 4 complete, Ron Lyle 39, Floyd Patterson 36. And Lyle has to get it done now, because Lyle's stamina will start to go. He was not a fighter of great stamina. He was a fearless fighter who would bang with anybody. Thus, a good TV fighter. And let's go to the punch stat numbers, and we'll take our first look at traits in a second. So, Patterson did land punches. He just didn't land anything that hurt Ron Lyle. He landed 24 punches. Lyle landed 39 blows, and everything was hard. Every punch, as Mike Tyson would say, was meant for bad intentions. Punch of choice. Again, the hooks. Lyle likes to throw right hooks and left hooks, but he landed 9 hellacious crosses. Everything was hard. The jabs are hard. Lyle throws things to put you home, to knock you out of your lights, to depart you of your senses. And let's go to traits. And endurance, you can see, is fading for Patterson. He has taken such a hellacious beating in rounds 3 and 4 that Lyle actually has more endurance now. And now, will Patterson get his second win? We shall see as we approach round 5. Patterson has to turn the tide of battle here. Here's the bell for round number 5. Quickly off his stool is Lyle as he bores in. And Patterson ties up. Lyle pushes him away. Patterson, again, looking for distance. Peekaboo. Peekaboo defense. 1-2 out of the peekaboo. Another 1-2. So he's working on the jab right hand. Patterson sticking to the game plan. Missed with that 1-2. And he gets hit with a counter right hand. And that staggered another right hand. Just grazed Patterson. He buckles, though. And there's some blood on the eyebrow of Patterson. And now Lyle starts working the jab, pumping it. Blood all over Patterson's face. He's having trouble seeing. Lyle opening up. Patterson comes back with a 1-2. Under 30 seconds to go. Patterson paws at the blood. Under 15 seconds. And there's the bell. Lyle misses with a big right hand. As Lyle, towards the end of that round, was looking to probe and land that right hand. He thought he had it at the end, but he just missed. That was a close round, but Lyle cut Patterson. Let's quickly go to the Patterson corner. So he's dealing with swelling on the right eye at 33%, and now a cut on the right eyebrow. It's only a trickle, and Braverman is an excellent cut man, but it's on the eyebrow. So it will, as you can see, Patterson pawing at his eye. And that's another 10-9 round for Lyle. And things are looking really good for Ron Lyle to advance in this tournament. As Ron from Retro Sports Network gives it to Lyle, 10-9. Chris from Stratomatic Delaware also gives it 10-9, and he explains due to the cut. So good sound logic there by both our experts at ringside. So, a busy corner for Patterson. He's in a lot of trouble here. Let's go over to a very happy Chicky Ferreira in the Ron Lyle corner. As he just uses a couple of simple phrases. Keep mugging him. Be first, be first, be first, always. Again, Lyle takes a swig of water, spits it out. A wry smile comes across Lyle's face as he's sensing he thinks he has Patterson. But you better beware of that leaping left hook that departed Ingemar Mario Hansen from his senses twice. Let's go to the traits as Patterson's endurance continues to go down. And again, quite a shocker here. Lyle is in better shape with the endurance as he continues to pound away and mug Floyd Patterson. Patterson was able to keep some distance early on, but then the sheer will and determination of Ron Lyle overwhelmed him towards the end of the round. Punch stat numbers as we prepare for round number 6. Again, Patterson has to stem the tide of battle. It's going Lyle's way. He landed 23 punches, and he actually did work off that jab quite well. He landed 8 of them. But those crosses and the combinations off the jab, Lyle's a tough man. Patterson landed 18 punches. A lot of uppercuts, as when Lyle was on the inside, Patterson tried to snap his head right off with those uppercuts. He's not been able to land that good leaping left hook out of the peekaboo defense. Peekaboo defense is when you put your both gloves, both hands up. Basically, you tuck your chin under them, you know, and that's the peekaboo defense. And you kind of go. Mike Tyson, Custom Auto kind of taught him the peekaboo defense. That's very similar. They're both Custom Auto proteges. And let's go back to the corner view as we prepare for round number 6. And Lyle, like a shark in the water, smelling blood. Will he take out Patterson? Will this be Patterson's last round? Here's the bell for round number 6. Lyle quickly off the stool, rushing at Patterson. Patterson lands a quick 1-2, trying to stay on the outside. Working a jab. Again, a 1-2-3 this time by Patterson. Patterson, a 1-2, backs away, slides away. Not a lot of life in those legs, but he's doing it. Enough movement. He's being first. Now he ties up. Lyle pushes him away under 2 minutes to go. Patterson working very well, tying up again. He wants nothing to do with Lyle on the inside, the bigger, stronger man. Lyle has not landed anything. And there, as I said, a 1-2 combination. Down goes Patterson for the second time. That right hand crashed on Patterson's jaw. The count is at 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. It is over. Ron Lyle, like the great shark he is, smelled the blood in the water. Ba-boom! Bye-bye. As Lyle knocks out Patterson in his hometown of New York at Yankee Stadium in the 6th. Patterson, up until that point, was boxing quite nicely, but you could see Patterson had no life in his legs, no movement, no real bounce. He was working behind the jab and the right hand, and he landed quick shots, but nothing to hurt Ron Lyle in this fight. And as I said, Lyle has landed nothing. He opened up with a couple of hellacious combinations, ending with the 1-2 baboon, right, left, right, and Patterson was out for the count as Newman reaches the 10 count here in the 6th round. A tremendous victory for Ron Lyle. And those people who put that late money on Lyle in Las Vegas are very happy. This was a tough matchup. Patterson never got in a rhythm. He got hurt early. Both men in tremendous shape. That wasn't the question. But Lyle was able to land the big, hard punches. And that's it, folks. KO in the 6th. We had Lyle ahead on the scorecards. Myself, Don Koss, the unofficial scorer for Title Bout Championship Boxing, Ron Juckett representing Retro Sports Network, check out that wonderful channel, and Chris from Stratomatic, Delaware, representing that channel, check that out also. We had Lyle ahead, though Chris and Ron were rooting for Patterson. I am more objective. I had a feeling Lyle was going to win this by knockout. Not because it happened, but I just had that feeling. If they had really fought, I sensed Lyle was... not that Patterson's not a tough fighter. The matchup's not a good one. Not a good one for Floyd Patterson. And by the Title Bout Sim engine, I was correct. It was exciting. And again, Ron Lyle, a good TV fighter. All right.
The judges' votes are in, and here, ladies and gentlemen, is your winner.
So they're going to give us the official announcement of the knockdown. Let's, for ha-ha's sake, just take a look. After 5 rounds on the unofficial scorecard, Lyle was up 49-45, 4 rounds to 1. Obviously, Lyle KO'd Patterson. And now... Here's Michael Buffer with the call. Ladies and gentlemen, the time of the stoppage, 2 minutes and 7 seconds of round number 6. Referee Randy Newman reaches the 10 count. The winner by knockout and advancing to the second round of the heavyweight tournament, Ron Lyle. And the crowd gives some polite applause even though they saw their hometown favorite son knocked unconscious. Patterson finally is up. They have him up on the stool. He seems okay. So Patterson's out of the tournament. We will add the Sim bout now. He'll now go to 55-9-1. And Lyle will go to, with 40 knockouts, Lyle will go to 44-7-1 as we add the Sim to their actual record with 32 knockouts. Quite an impressive win for Ron Lyle. And we'll update their records. So Lyle scored the 2 knockdowns in the fight, the second one being a knockout. Let's go to the punch stat numbers. Patterson was the more accurate fighter. Again, you can hit Ron Lyle all day, all night. Patterson landed 67% of his punches. Lyle only landed 27.3%. The problem is, Lyle hits a lot harder, and that's kind of it's a little deceiving there. Because when Patterson, really, I think that was mostly off those that first round in a close, when he got knocked down, or a close second round actually. But he landed, but there's no oomph on his punch. I mean, there was oomph, but it didn't hurt Ron Lyle. Not enough oomph. Lyle landed 121 punches. He actually outlanded Patterson by 1. And punches thrown, Lyle threw 444, and Patterson, much more economical, but that's due because he was hurt a lot, covering up, trying to play defense. Well, the good defense did not win out here. The better offense bludgeoned Patterson into a knockout. 24 crosses, and the 1-2 ended the night for Patterson that Lyle landed on him. Punches missed for Lyle, 323. Patterson only missed 57. Again, very economical. That's because he was playing defense a lot. Had Patterson been able to get in a rhythm, he could have won a points decision. Stratomac Delaware says, Al, is this title bout Championship Boxing 13? Yes, and it's very reasonably priced. I want to say it's $13. It's $13. It's a magnificent game. If you like boxing and you can use your imagination. Also, it will... I'm not saying not to play other games. People sometimes misinterpret, I guess, what I say. I'm just telling you, if you like boxing, this game is $13, and you get all the fighters, and it updates. There's no new versions coming out, unfortunately, but they do update it. The only problem when they update it, and you can go back, I did a video on this, for ID Gesture about how to load pictures and some other things. When they update it, they make everyone a heavyweight. So you just, for new fighters, if they're not really heavyweights, they put them as heavyweights. But if you go in, you can see what weight class they actually fight at. Or if you watch boxing. Or if you don't and you just like the game, you can always go on boxingrec.com or just punch their name on Google and see what weight class they fight in. It seems to me that every new fighter they create or update, the newer fighters that weren't in the game originally, they all come out as heavyweights. If you click on their bios and their boxer card, they'll give you the correct, they'll give you the weight class so you can say, oh, that's a middleweight, and then you have to go put them in the right division. There is some, they need to do that better, but someone's doing it for free. They're just updating the files, which is still nice. You just have to know. Sometimes they come across and they're not in the right. I've never seen them go to the right weight class. They always come out as heavyweights. The guy could be a featherweight and he's in the heavyweights. But you go to his card, you can see he weighs 126 pounds, thus a featherweight, and you can look up just to double check. But so let's just go for a ha-ha's sake and see the official scorecards. It's all mute now because Lyle won by knockout. Mickey Van of England had it 49-45. As I saw it. Larry Hazard, the U.S., had it round closer, 48-46. He gave Patterson the 5th round. And I think Chris from Stratomatic Delaware had said that was a close round. So that's good scoring on Chris's part. So Hazard, as Chris said in the chat, Chris did give it to Lyle, but he said it could have went either way. And Hazard gave it to Patterson. Again, a mute point. Patterson got knocked out by Lyle in the 6th. And Tony Perez at Puerto Rico had Lyle up 4 rounds to 1, thus 49-45. So pretty much all in step with all of our scorecards. All right, well, that was a fun fight. As we'll go to the chat real quick, we'll say thank you to the fine folks in the chat. As I clicked finish, and I didn't want to do that. But anyway, let's click save so we don't lose the game. So let's go to the chat. Thank you to Ron Juckett of Retro Sports Network. Check out that wonderful channel. Retro Sports says it all. Ron does a wonderful job. And we might do a chat with Alex 9. I'd like to do another fight, but I'm losing my voice. I really wanted to do another fight, but maybe we'll do a chat with Al. We'll invite Ron in, and Chris doesn't have to go to work. We'll get him in, and we'll just chit-chat some sports. Strat says, yeah, $13. I think I'm going to pick it up. I think you're going to like the game, especially with the new boxing game. You have Dig Deep Boxing, which we can, if you want to do a chat with Al, we can talk about this stuff or whatever you guys want to talk about. I was hoping to have comments with Bueller on, but he hasn't got back to me. So I'm thinking next week with him and Craig from Barstool Sports. He's going to come on next week. We're just got to firm up the date. We'll be on Dog Sidious' channel on Saturday, so I might do that sometime during the week on my channel. So thank you to Stratomatic Delaware. Check out that wonderful channel. Ron Junkie with Retro Sports Network. Thank you. Ken Castro jumped in the chat. I missed him. Thank you very much. The original Grognar, the OG. A lot of prayers and thoughts. Let's give our positive vibes, prayers and thoughts to his wife who's recovering from a medical procedure. And she's getting better each and every day. Check out that wonderful military strategy channel. The original Grognard OG. Clinton Parks, thank you very much. Retro Baseball. And Phanomatic, thank you very much for stopping by. Hope everyone enjoyed the fight. It was fun. Our next bout. Let's just take a look. Before we leave that stream, let's see if Al can remember not to shut the game off and get the spreadsheet up. This is always an adventure. It's now Adventures with Al as he tries to get the spreadsheet up. And I think I can do this. Where's the spreadsheet? Where's my spreadsheet? Okay, why is the spreadsheet not coming up? That's not the spreadsheet. Oh my god. Why does it do it when I try to get the spreadsheet? Okay, let's lower this for a second. Lower that. Lower this again. Now let's get the spreadsheet up. Do this. There we go, Spartacus Aurelius. Yay for Al. As Chris from Stratomatic Delaware says, and Ron, they're in for a chat with Al, so we're going to do that. I was going to do another fight, but my voice is going a bit, so we'll do a little chat with Al, maybe an hour, and or whatever. Could be less, could be more. All right, so this is our spreadsheet for the tournament. We've gone through 21 bouts. We have 19 more to go. Getting back into the boxing, thanks to Chris. I just totally enjoyed that Dig Deep Boxing that Chris did. He was so enthusiastic with it, and it was fun. That's what you have to be enthusiastic with, in my opinion, with what you want to do. So Ron Lyle loses, so I'll put that information after. So I think our next bout, as I really did enjoy that one. That was fun. I think our next bout, we're going to go to Wembley in England. Francesco Damiani and Lennox Lewis. And we might stay in Wembley for 3 fights. That one, Sharkey versus Henry Cooper, Jack Sharkey from Boston. And then Max Schmeling and Billy Conn. I think those are going to, I don't know which order we're going to go in. We might go Sharkey Cooper. And then Billy Khan, Matt Schmeling, then Louis Damiani. Not all in one night because my voice won't take it. We might be able to do 2. But the fights we have left, and I might quick sim some of these in one broadcast, just getting winners. Now, what will suck if there's like an outstanding fight or a big upset. So we have Ezzard Charles, John Tate. That could be, I might do that one. Ernie, Terrell, Archie Moore, definitely doing that one. Klitschko versus Valuev. I'm probably going to sim that because I'll never be able to pronounce Valuev's name all the time, but that could be an interesting fight. Ali, Bone Crusher Smith will do. It's Muhammad Ali. Tommy Burns, Ray Mercer will do. Roland LaStars or Oliver McCall will do. We're pretty much going to do all of these. Bob Fitzsimmons, Buster Douglas. Jack Dempsey versus John Ruiz from Chelsea, Massachusetts. John Ruiz. Dempsey, a huge favorite in that. Witherspoon, Mike Weaver could be a really fun fight. I've triple checked to make sure, because these guys fought for a long time, about the same period, obviously. They never actually fought each other, which is amazing to me, because they pretty much fought everybody. Jimmy Ellis, Cleveland Williams, that's a fun one. Then we have Sharkey, Cooper, Schmeling, Khan. Michael Spinks, Riddick Bowe. Max Bear, Oscar Bonavena. Trevor Burbick, Tommy Morrison. Carl the Truth Williams, James J. Corbett. Donovan Razor Ruddick, Marvin Hart. I might sim that one. And Snipes, Hasim Ratman. I might sim that one too. I mean, there's 3 of them I might sim, so I might. We also have some wild cards that we might add to the first round because I missed some boxers. I might want to get Anthony Joshua in there. They've updated his boxer card so he can be competitive with the retired fighters. Same thing with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. They updated it, but I don't think they. This game is from the UK, and I don't think they did Deontay Wilder's justice with his card, so I might adjust it myself. Also, I forgot 2-ton Tony Galento, who should be in this tournament, and I might add a couple. So we might add some fights at the end, so there won't be any buys, but that's down the line. So if there's a fight you guys want to see, I think our next fight will be from the UK in Wembley Stadium. I like the outdoor venues. And it's going to be Henry Cooper, Jack Sharkey. Henry, as they called him in England. Henry Cooper. Henry Cooper. Alrighty. So that's it, folks. And thank you very much. Much health and happiness. Hope you enjoyed the fights. It was fun. And we're going to do a chat with Alan about, what time is it? 9:20, so about 10-15 minutes. Come back. I'll be me, Ron Juckett from Retro Sports Network, and Chris from Stratomatic, Delaware. And who knows who else pops in. If Original Grognard's able to pop in, he, by all means. And or Dog Sidious. Dog's playing trivia right now. I hope he's winning. He won last week. Now Citadel for trivia, another wonderful channel. So thank you very much. If you liked, and this is important, not necessarily for me only, but if you like something that someone has created, please hit that like button for them. It shows that you like it. And, you're enjoying it. And that gives them feedback. So like, share, and subscribe, not just to myself if you enjoy my channel, but to the friends of the channel. You can go to the page. If you've been to us before, you know who the community is. We mention them. We'll mention them on Chat with Al, as always. So thank you. Health and happiness. Watch out for that big left hook. It'll put you on the fanny. In the case of Ron Lyle, Floyd Patterson should have watched out for that huge right cross. Much love, people. Peace. God bless. I sort of messed that up. You know it's coming. We're going to make it right now. Peace.